Hello, welcome to the second video in the high volume node series. I hope you're ready to find some high volume nodes with me today. So there are multiple methods to do this. I'm going to show you my preferred method of spotting them on the daily charts. By the end you'll know exactly how to spot them yourselves. We're using daily and weekly charts on TradingView. It's perfect for swing traders and investors. Smaller time frame traders can also utilize this method, and we'll find more localized high volume nodes. Okay, so when we're setting up a new chart, we always look left at the previous price behavior. High volume nodes are most often found at price extremes where wicks are left behind. All-time highs are usually a good starting place, as they are almost always high volume nodes, which is why price struggles to break out into price discovery so easily. So let's start with the horizontal tool in TradingView, identifying some price extremes. We've got the previous all-time high there, and we've got a large lower wick here with some wicks and other soaked up demand areas around it, so that could be potentially a good area to identify. And then we'll notice we've got some large demand wicks here, not strictly adhering to a horizontal line, but are tending to be around this cluster here. So I'm going to mark the bottom of the first wick here as a potential area. The next bit is a little bit more nuanced, and I like to use the parallel channel tool to create the range or node area. Most often it's the size of a wicks in that area, as you can see here. And let's go down. We have this wick here, which is quite large. You can see that price keeps coming back to it. The channel EQ again swings below. This is a key pattern that we'll look at later for identifying stop losses and trading signals. And price continues like this, checking the upper boundary multiple times, testing the lower boundary multiple times, and we can see it break down a couple of times here but quickly recover as well. And you can also see a lot of overlapping price action, as if this high volume node itself no longer works after this point, even though it may work a little bit again over here. So that's always something to look out for. And we're going to put the high volume node down here as well, into the size of them wicks. Like I said, you can do it in clusters as well as wicks, and if you zoom out to say the weekly, the clusters tend to be the wicks of the higher time frame degree anyway. My internet's dropped out, so I'll carry this on in a second. Okay, sorry about that, we're back. I was saying sometimes the clusters that you identify as high volume nodes instead of the wicks are often just the wicks on the higher time frame, as we can see here from the weekly time frame. It's actually just this wick, and you've got a larger wick there if you wanted to extend the range, but I like to keep the closes out, and as the weekly's closed here, we'll keep that out, so it's just the wicks going into the ranges. We can similarly see the same down here if you wanted to reduce that, just to refine the range a little bit before it breaks down and we get that slicing through price action, ignoring the high volume node. Anyway, jumping back to the daily, where's it gone? Over here. So as we have a lot of overlapping price action here, you may want to remove this high volume node as an invalid one, since all the volume was eaten up at the final breakdown. Price stopped obeying it, Came back for a little bit here, so it still had a little bit left in it, but may not be worth using as a signal or tool anymore in your trading strategy. So you may want to remove it and just focus on the larger range now, which we've identified here to here. Okay, and one tip to remember, something that always stuck with me when I was being taught, tops and bottoms are ranges. Tops and bottoms are not exact prices, and people chasing these extremes are making rookie mistakes. All of the greatest investors have famous quotes about failing to catch the highs and bottoms, because that's not really what we're trying to do. Anyway, if you are, then you must remember it's a range, not the exact price extremes that you see. Okay, so now you can open some blank charts and start to practice these yourselves. Feel free to post them in the comments below or ask any questions. And next lesson, we look at how to use these high volume nodes for entries, profit taking, stop losses and risk management. Don't forget to subscribe to catch my newest videos, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.